Mr. President, we now have the presentation of an honorary award. It is a special privilege to bring forward today Lisa Jane Wainwright for the award of Honorary Doctor of Science. Lisa trained as a physical education teacher before joining the precursor to the university's Bedford campus, where she completed her MA in Learning and Teaching. Lisa then became a regional officer for England Netball and was a founding member of the East Region Sports Association and the National Association for Sports Development. Amongst Lisa's many accolades, she has various roles, including the governing body team at Sport England, where she led the establishment of the Child Protection in Sport unit, served as the Membership Services Director at England Netball and the head of national sport at Sport England. In 2008, Lisa was headhunted by Volleyball England to become their new chief executive. In this role, Lisa was influential in driving forward a new direction for the sport through the production of 2 Volleyball England strategic plans, creating over 50 new inland beach volleyball courts and initiating a groundbreaking intervention in universities. This led to Lisa being elected by the International Volleyball Federation as the only female member of the World Ethics Panel and gaining World Development Centre status for the National Volleyball Centre England, which was the first in Europe. While Lisa's accomplishments are impressive and ongoing, her work in and for her community should equally be appreciated. Lisa was recently voted number 12 in the top 100 LGBT+ executives 2018 by the Financial Times, having signed the Charter Against Homophobia in Sport. As part of this campaign, Lisa attended number 10 Downing Street to meet the PM. Lisa has spoken on a variety of local, national, and international platforms, inspiring others by sharing her own leadership journey and challenges. Lisa has been a great supporter of the University of Bedfordshire, supporting new course development and periodic reviews, as well as delivering keynote lectures, seminars, and Q&A sessions. She's also regularly offered mentoring to students, often providing opportunities for experience, including giving placements with the GB basketball to 2 students to support the Olympic qualifiers and national events held at the O2 in London. Therefore, it is with the greatest pleasure, Mr. President, that I now present to you Ms. Lisa Jane Wainwright for the award of Honorary Doctor of Science in recognition of your services to sports education.
Thank you, Mr. President, Vice-Chancellor. How on earth did a lass from Yorkshire with a coal mining father make it to here? No idea, quite frankly. But what I do know is that having the support of my family was the most important thing. Mum's here today. All the mums at the back, give us a wave. And dads, grandparents, brothers, sisters, foster carers, guardians, people who love you. They've supported you on your fantastic journey to today, and they will for the rest of your careers. It's such a proud moment, and you were quite tepid, I thought, in terms of a sports crowd. We will all have seen the cricket, we will all have seen the tennis, probably watched Silverstone, and I know you knew that the women's rugby team, Sevens, qualified for Tokyo, and I know you know that England Netball are going to beat Australia, yes, Australia, at the World Cup in Liverpool in the next few days. So can I just ask you, in the spirit of sport, that we know so well, the passion that drives so many of us to help others, let's really raise this roof, be proud, and celebrate these graduates today. Let's go for it. Let's hear it. Okay, that's enough. No, in tradition, it's extra time called. And again. Thank you for indulging me. I know you're proud, and I could only think ahead, really. My daughters are here, Bowen and Mackenzie, they're 6 and 7, and I want them to know how important education is to them. My partner's here as well, Detective Chief Superintendent Thomas for Bedfordshire, so beware tonight. She's in a uniform, and if you are slightly naughty, she will be after you. And I say she's here because tomorrow we have quite an important event, not as important in this, but we get married tomorrow as well. And believe you me, after 17 years, that deserved a bigger cheer than the cricket. So let's go again. So, you heard through the citation some of the things that I've had the absolute privilege to do. I'll just give you some insight into some of it for a little while. They've asked me to speak for about an hour, if that's okay. Tee-hee. So I was very fortunate to be the Chief Executive of Volleyball England during this period of something called 2012. And the President said to me, would I mind if he gave me a VIP pass to the Olympics and Paralympic Games? Now, if you know what that means, it means you get to go to anything you like, whenever you like, in one of those posh cars. Did I mind? Of course I minded. I took it, and I had a most amazing time. I really did. I was asked to escort this footballer, Beckham, I think he was called. Would I mind, escorting him around the beach volleyball? So I did. And then I got asked to, would you sit next to this person here? I think she was called Kate. I think she's Duchess of Cambridge or something, so I sat next to her and escorted her. And what this opportunity gives you, if that is important to you, is so much. You can build a network of people who can help you in your career. But also you have a responsibility to help others, which I'll come on to. So I had that great experience, but there are other things I wish to talk about. That gave me a foundation in 2012 to present volleyball at an international level, as we talked about this university and its international global aspirations in terms of what you do. It gave me a chance to showcase what we in England and Great Britain did. And following the fantastic games, when I'd spent 8 weeks in London without the children and had a great time, I then flew over to World Congress. And I joke not, World Congress for International Volleyball, a small affair in Anaheim, Disneyland, for a week, all paid for, with Mickey Mouse ears. That's World Congress terms. And that's where all the elections happen for every sport every 4 years, usually immediately after the Olympics. And I was asked by the president of the European Federation, would I mind standing for election? And if they ask you, basically you say yes. So I said yes. So I was elected to the ethics panel. And what I want to tell you about is opportunities. You at the start of your careers will have opportunities that come to you. And I just tell you, take them. When he asked me, would I stand for election? I'm not a volleyballer, I'm a netballer. I know nothing about volleyball. I know about strategy and influence. But I accepted it. And when I left volleyball and moved to different sports, 6 years later, the president called me to ask if I'd be a technical delegate for the sport. And a technical delegate is the most important person in terms of competitions pre-Olympics. And of course I accepted, and it's a huge pleasure to do that. Now, never would I have believed that that opportunity would have created that new access to the Olympics. Likewise, in terms of opportunities, I moved to be Chief Executive of British Basketball, a very challenging sport in terms of its status in this particular country. So I took on the challenge, and again, I was at World Congress. This time it was in China, and I'm sitting in the auditorium with people that are 7 foot, and I'm about 2 foot at this instance, quite frankly. And I get this post-it note from the president of the International Federation to say, would I mind speaking? And you'll have these instances, your heart stops, would you mind speaking? At a World Congress with basketball giants in the room, and I know nothing about it other than netball. So you can't escape. This was 5 minutes before speaking, and this is a true story. So I do a speech in front of the whole 500 delegation, and I get a huge round of applause. Honestly, the best round of applause you can imagine. And it was because I speak really good English. It's a joke. I didn't talk about basketball, I talked about the values that we have in sport. And apparently that was very good. And lo and behold, in 2018, the president called and asked me if I'd sit on one of their governance panels, which I now sit on. And again, that's about opportunities. It's about taking them even when you are absolutely petrified. I probably made lots of mistakes, as the Vice-Chancellor talked about. I probably pronounced countries in the wrong way, as I often do, because I'm from Yorkshire. It doesn't sound the same in Yorkshire. But the opportunities that gave me are close to my heart in terms of the things I can do to make people's lives better through sport. And that's always been my purpose. I just want to help people through the fantastic medium of sport. Now, those are big names, those are big countries, that's really important. But actually what made me smile and gave me more of that warm feeling that we do, hopefully day in, day out, as we lecture, as we teach, as we lead, is when Dom and Luke came to that European basketball competition. There were two students a year prior to yourselves, and they just said, can we help? And they were absolutely amazing in terms of the experience they gained and then the future work that they've received. So as I say, from me to you, take opportunities, grasp them, and you will learn from them. And the final thing I'll say is you will strike challenges along the way. You really will. My challenge, so 3 months ago, I was diagnosed with breast and lymph cancer. And you're really lucky I've got some hair left, because in 2 days I won't. And please don't worry, these are challenges we will all face. And through the power of sport, the friendship of sport, and the family of sport, I am here today because I really shouldn't be. I should have been in treatment. But I am here today because it means so much to me to be honoured by the University of Bedfordshire for all that you stand for. So be so proud of yourselves. Families, be proud of these and follow their journeys onwards. To my family, thank you for all your support. And just remember this, there's a very famous scholar, very, very famous scholar called Dr. Seuss. And a very famous quote from Dr. Seuss is, just remember, there is no one more you than you. Be unique, be yourself, and have a great career ahead. Thank you very much.